find yourself at the crossroads all too quickly. That last run was a disaster from beginning to end. Your greed and avarice, your attempt to push well beyond your bounds, was met with quick punishment. But no matter, you ride back to the crossroads to try again. Because it's only failure if it stops you. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Loki Orin, and unfortunately, there's been a bit of a hiccup. So I had started out on this run previously, and we unfortunately lost very, very badly to the Dreaming General. We got absolutely hammered. I got greedy. I pushed too hard, etc., etc. So we wiped. But let's get back to it. We're taking out the Grave Dancers. This is a run that I originally did almost 2 years ago and failed at right before the finish line. And so now we are going to dive back in and try it again. And I decided to make it interesting since this is a denial run. I wanted to do a couple other things with it. So we are going to take out a few of the hero paths I use a bit less. So, originally I was planning to take out a soloist, but I'm kind of wondering if maybe I do some intermezzo stuff as well. I don't know that I want to be putting bleeds on my friends constantly. And Virtuoso, though, is just better gesture, and Soloist is just very specifically doing finale, solo finale things. So I was considering Intermezzo, but Intermezzo just doesn't feel very impactful to me. It just doesn't, like, either I'm just putting bleeds on everybody, and I don't have a way to heal bleeds off, so instead of a Soloist, let's go back to a Virtuoso. Let's have at least one character that's sort of comfortable doing his thing. Maybe do something like that. We're definitely keeping the Jinx. That's definitely good. I have been liking Poet, so we'll keep with Poet here. And then finally, the Grave Robber. And this is really where the thing I wanted to try out is. I want to take Nightsworn out for the party here. I've really liked the look. I really like the look of Nightsworn in this formation. So we are going to do our best to make it work, particularly leveraging Repartee and Dead of Night to get into stealth. Pirouette to move back to set up lunge, and then Poison Dart because it's Poison Dart. It's always good. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started in earnest on this run of Grave Dancers. Unfortunately, the other footage, it just isn't worth showing. I basically just go to the lair of the Dreaming General and lose. So, while embarrassing, I could tell, even as I was doing it, that I was just getting greedy. Enough about the past, though. Let's talk about the formation here. It's been a long time since we looked at Grave Dancers. This is a formation that we ran almost 2 years ago, so the game has changed quite a lot. Thinking about the formation, we'll start with kind of our iron triangle here. The first thing that I really want to emphasize in this formation is stress healing. This is a formation that is quite good at stress healing. With the leper being able to stress heal himself, your Jester, who's, realistically the best stress healer in the game, is only really dealing with two other characters, one of whom, Audrey, has a way to stress heal herself with upgraded Dead of Night. So you have a very strong formation from a stress healing standpoint. Very, very stable, very much able to, stay alive or stay in the fight. From a healing perspective, is a little bit, you're not dead, so let's get rid of you. From a healing perspective, we're maybe a little less impressive. We are relying a little bit on the Occultist and his weird reconstruction, which can be a little bit finicky. But you do have both the Grave Robber and the Leper being, once again, self-sufficient. They really take care of themselves. And that means that we don't have to spend, again, a lot of time and resources keeping up everybody. Some of our characters, particularly a Poet Leper, can basically just heal himself through anything. And finally, damage, and this is one where I'm still getting a little bit of a read on it, but I think there's a lot of damage potential here. The important thing is managing what I'm trying to do. This formation is going to shift a lot. This is very much a crocodile run, and we are going to absolutely enjoy... the Shroud book does nothing here. We are absolutely going to enjoy a crocodile run here, but I do need to be conscious of the fact that Alhazred, as configured, and maybe I didn't configure him correctly here, we are going for this kind of amnesis sort of pull, needs to be moving towards the front to really take advantage of amnesis. Whereas Audrey or Baldwin needs to stay at the front. Audrey really is going to be dancing all over the place. Sarmenti, for his part, can be solo finaleing, which is, quite impressive when you have the opportunity to do it. I mean, Tangle's more impressive than this, but either or is probably fine. This gets us a bunch of extra candles that way, but it's with no stage items equipped, so we're basically not getting that mastery point. We'll re-roll the Tangle. We'll try the Sprawl first. But like I was saying, there's really a lot of damage output here. Something that I need to make sure I'm focusing on is staying very conscious of where all my people are. Actually, let's put this on you, because you don't care. Where your characters are, because your characters will not necessarily be able to do all of their stuff if they are constantly shifting around. Crocodile for sure. Triage kit for sure. Do we have any food? We do not. So let's buy up our food. Let's make sure we're being smart. Griddle is almost immediately a buy. The other option would be like Wind Chime or Greater Sharpness Charm, both of which are tempting. Actually, in this case, given that we are doing Denial, which is a very short run, Flapjacks is less impressive. I think we do buy the Greater Sharpness Charm. 20% extra damage just for showing up seems pretty decent to me. We'll buy that Clarifying Poultice for reasons that'll become apparent later. And I guess we'll save the rest. So let's get our Broheems set up. Kind of doesn't matter who we put this on. But yeah, that's where we're standing. So direct damage. Audrey's gonna be doing a fair amount of it. We could be doing direct damage with her. She's actually gonna struggle a little bit against the librarian early, just because she doesn't hit the 4th rank very well. Almost wonder if we want to bring in Poison Dart or like throw Knife for that. Rest of you are pretty much set up as you need to be here. And we'll do mastery points. Immediate upgrade. Let's not be silly. Let's upgrade Inspiring Tune. We need to decide if we're going to be doing solo finale things. Lunge does feel like a good upgrade here, so maybe we grab Lunge for that extra damage and Execute. Amnesis is, we're definitely gonna be trying to cast Amnesis quite a bit, and I do want him to have extra access to either Binding Shadows or Sacrificial Stab. Probably Sacrificial Stab more than Binding Shadows, because we're gonna be swinging this a lot. And then Fade to Black or Razor's Wit are both applying combo. That's actually quite appealing. Probably Fade to Black. And I think that'll do it. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Sorry that the last run is unlikely to ever see the light of day. It's just, I don't mind showing my failures. I don't mind showing my struggles, but I do want this to be interesting. And that run just, it just wasn't very interesting. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Till then, see ya.